Alright, so today, Monster Mama 1234 and more, hello, with Flopsy and our little unnamed monster, we're going to read The Curious Garden. Now, curious can mean a couple of different things. Curious is someone who likes to ask questions. Curious can also be something that's a little unusual or strange. This is by Peter Brown. And let's look. Is this a curious garden? A little bit. We've got topiaries. Topiaries are shaped plants. This one's a butterfly. And we have two birds who are flying. Oh, there's real birds. 1, 2 birds there. And look at all the butterflies. And there's a child reading a book with a flower on it. See the pretty flower? Peter Brown. All right, let's get to reading. All right, so he's a curious boy in the curious garden. For my curious grandmother, Petey. So he must have gone by Petey with his grandma. Does your grandma have nicknames for you? Well, one of your special adults. Peter Brown, the curious garden. Oh, he is trimming it. See, he's got gloves to protect his hands and using clippers. Published by the Little Brown and Company. Oh my, look at all the smoke coming from factories and trucks and all these buildings. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Does not look nice. There once was a city without gardens or trees or greenery of any kind. Most people spent their time indoors. As you can imagine, it was a very dreary place. Did you know that trees actually actively make it cooler around them? Really? Yes. There's a reason why it's hotter around cities, is because trees do something to absorb and convert. Wow. Yeah. So trees not only are beautiful, but they purify the air. They turn carbon dioxide into oxygen. So you can breathe better. Yeah, I like to breathe. You should. and so they help cool. They also are really great for preventing what's called erosion, where the dirt goes away. So trees, oh, trees are so wonderful. So there's no trees or greenery. What are they going to do? The air quality must be very bad indeed. And it looks quite, as it says, dreary. All right. However, there was one boy who loved being outside. Even on drizzly days, while everyone else stayed inside. You could always find Liam happily splashing through his neighborhood. Psh, psh, psh. Do you like to splash in puddles? Psh, psh, psh. He's got his rain boots on and his slicker and his raincoat and an umbrella. It was on one such morning that Liam made several surprising discoveries. He was wandering around the old railway, as he did from time to time, when he stumbled upon a dark stairwell leading up to the tracks. Oh my goodness. That's fun and dandy in the story, but maybe don't do that in real life. The railway had stopped working ages ago. Oh good, so there's no trains. Stay away from trains, oh my. And since Liam had always wanted to explore the tracks, there was only one thing for a curious boy to do. Yeah, don't explore by yourself. Even hikers and adults go with other people. But this is a story, so we're okay for now. Liam ran up the stairs, pushed open the door, and stepped out into the railway. The first thing he saw was a lonely patch of color. Wildflowers and plants were the last things he had expected to find up there. But when he took a closer look, It became clear that the plants were dying. Oh no, they're not doing well at all. They needed a gardener. They need a person to help protect them. It almost looks like this one has eyes. Alright, so what's he gonna do? What's a little boy to do when he finds a neglected garden? What's he to do? What's he to do? Let's see. Liam may not have been a gardener, but he knew that he could help. Even without being a gardener, you can help. So he returned to the railway the very next day and got to work. The flowers nearly drowned, and he had a few pruning problems, but the plants patiently waited while Liam found a better way of gardening. Oh, so he's just plowing water on them. He's knocking off all their little leaves. Oh my. Oh, here we go. See, it's growing back. La 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 la. La 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 la. They say that plants like to be talked to and sang to. As the weeks rolled by, Liam began to feel like a real gardener, and the plants began to feel like a real garden. Oh, look, they're green and expanding. See, the little flowers are bigger, and the tree is getting rounder, and the little flowers and more, and there's even more green. There's a little green, and the green's expanding. Oh, look. Oh, I see. He's made them little holes, so it'll go a nice spread of water. Most gardens stay in one place, but this was no ordinary garden. This is a magic story. With miles of open railway ahead of it, the garden was growing restless. It wanted to explore. Ooh. The tough little weeds and mosses were the first to move. They plopped up farther and farther down the tracks and were closely followed by the more delicate plants. So, look, see, in real life, plants don't go wobble, 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 wobble on their own. But these ones, I guess, do. That's amazing. Where are rabbits? Not yet. Really? Yeah, rabbits will follow later. We have birds for now. Wow. That's because birds can fly for miles away. Okay. Yep. All right. Just be patient, Flopsy. All right. It's hard to be patient, isn't it? All right. So the plants are expanding. Now this is definitely a story, but let's keep going. So the more delicate plants. So mosses, it's true, and weeds are very much there. Over the next few months, Liam and the curious garden explored every corner of the railway. Oh, so the curious garden is actually curious and exploring in this one. That's amazing. Oh, look, the flowers are so tall. They've grown and expanded over the whole way. And the sky looks more beautiful too. Look. See, the sky is getting more blue. See how gray it was before, and now it's blue. Oh, look how beautiful. This boarded up building. Do never go into a boarded up building. So, but yes, in the story, it's gorgeous. The plants are overtaking. Plants they grow. They find a will, they find a way. A dandelion, every part of it's edible. So many of these things are very good to have. And look, there's snow too. After spending his spring and summer and autumn with the garden, Liam's time on the railway was finally interrupted by winter. Look, see, he's looking up at it, at his garden, sleeping under the snow. Heavy blankets of snow fell on the city that season, and for the first time since he'd become a gardener, Liam could not visit the plants. Rather than waste his winter worrying about the garden, Liam spent it preparing for spring. Da 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 da! And that's you should. Say, what can I do? Let's look to the future. Yay! I love that. Look at his hat. His hat is super cute, isn't it? Look at the buck. Look at the buck. Bucks are great. Yes, they are. After 3 cold months, the snow finally began to melt, and Liam rolled his new gardening gear over to the railway. Oh, look at that. In real life, I'm sure his adult would probably be involved here, but this is a story. Winter had taken a toll on the garden. The annual plants, the plants that die and come back new each year, the perennial plants like the trees, were sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. But thanks to Liam's planning, his handy new tools, and a little help from the sun, the plants still soon awoke from their winter sleep. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ooh, look, there's ladybugs. Ladybugs are a very beneficial bug. What? Yeah, they're good. They eat pest bugs that try and eat plants. So ladybugs are very good to have in a garden. Ooh, yep. They eat buggies that would eat or otherwise hurt your plants. Look, he's got a book and he's using it. The garden had always wanted to explore the rest of the city, and that spring it was finally ready to make its move. Ooh. Once again, the tough little weeds and mosses set out first. Their little scouts exploring. They popped up farther and farther from the railway and were closely followed by the more delicate plants. The garden was especially curious about old, forgotten things. Oh, like this old forgotten car and this boarded up building. Oh my goodness. A few plants popped up where they didn't belong. Ooh, that stop sign's not safe. We need to get off that, please, friend. Ooh, and the fire hydrant. Fire hydrants help prevent fires. They're not used all the time, but when they're used, they're very needed. Oh my goodness, when they're very needed, they're used. Others mysteriously popped up all at once. Mysteriously, huh? Looks like somebody helped them move. Gave them pots. Look, there's butterflies. I like how he's like, this thing imagine is giving someone a garden and dashing. It's funny. But the most surprising things that popped up were the new gardeners. Look, there's old and young, all trying to take care of the plants on the rooftop. Rooftop gardens are very helpful in cities. Oh, look, there's even a scarecrow. Maybe they're trying to farm food. Look at all the other children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, counting our Liam. Oh my. Look, everyone looks so much happier. Oh, look, he's like walking on a carpet of grass. Look, there's birds and giant, those lily pads can support a dog or a child. Oh wow, look, the trees are growing up between the buildings. An elephant, a moose, a giraffe. Oh, and look at this. Now, if you see a house with plants growing on it, you should not go to it unless it's somebody's house, somebody who gardens and takes care of it, because plants can make a house unsafe when they grow like this. But it is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look, this person thinks it's so beautiful they're painting it. Many years later, the entire city had blossomed. But of all the new gardens, Liam's favorite was where it all began. Do you think it's Liam with children? He's got a daughter and a son. I wonder if that's the mommy or maybe a good friend. Oh, it's so beautiful on the railway. Look how beautiful this city is now. There's hammocks and people can play outside and flowers. There's still cars, of course, and boats. But now there's lots of green and blue skies because plants help filter out pollution. It's so gorgeous. The end. That's the author's note about plants in the city. Peter Brown, the author, has his site, peterbrownstudio.com. Children make terrible pets. Check out some of his other books. They look great. But yeah, let's look. What a difference. Okay, so here's the city before. And here's the city after. Before, after. Quite an improvement. Wow. Hope you enjoyed The Curious Garden. I really liked it. I did too. All right, thanks so much for listening. And you have a wonderful day.